And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And, you know, that's not a job they ask him to do very often. But in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
And the home team has possession. They host the Kings after this game. That game will conclude a three-game homestand. Alex Caruso out there with Thompson. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. Then it's George. And it's Barnes in at the small forward spot. George finds Caruso. Just 4 to shoot. And here's Barnes for 3. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, the guard pair will be Conley and Edwards. Up at the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randall. And it's Gobert in at the 5, home in the paint. Now McDaniels. Paul George missing from long range. McDaniels dishes to Gobert. Gobert with a screen for Edwards. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Robinson. George looking around. Now here's Caruso. Drills it from outside. Caruso's got 5.
And George is not just a scorer now. He also passes the ball well, looking to keep his guys involved.
McDaniels outside. Back to Conley. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Here's Randall. It's in there. Conley with the assist. He's got 14.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
Tell you what, those are crazy numbers, guys. I mean, believe me, I was a good rebounder in my day. It is not easy to corral that many boards in one night.
Gobert can't hit. Got just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Thompson misses.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Greg, Anthony Edwards is full of confidence, and it's beautiful to watch.
And rightfully so. Ant can do it all on the floor. As complete of a wing as you'll find in our league.
The first one falls.
A superstar level talent for sure. Anthony Edwards is awesome, but I like his competitive spirit as much as his skills.
And Edwards drops them both. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Barnes outside. Back to Caruso. Pass to George. A 3-pointer, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And there's the foul. We'll go on Alex Caruso. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Here's Gobert. He's got 6. Pass to McDaniels. Outside Edwards. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Edwards got 24 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thank you. Rudy Gobert talked about his objectives. He said, my goal is to be the best defender ever. And now my only focus is to win a championship and to keep impacting my team. keep trying to make my team the top defense in the league. I think that's the best measure of an all-time defender. Kevin, back to you.
He can lock it down. Okay, Allie, thanks. 23% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Outside, Robinson. Pass to Barnes. And here's George. Covered by Conley. And here is Caruso. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Caruso's got 8 points.
When you find some room, take advantage. Rise up and fire.
Randall a screen on Thompson. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. It's stolen by Gobert. Edwards passes to Randall. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Absorbing contact really well. Randall will get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Minnesota?
Well, you know, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly.
And another stat that they've excelled at is points off assists. They're moving the ball around and creating great looks for one another.
You know, what makes Julius Randle special is his versatility. I mean, he can play big and move fast out there, and he can guard and outplay a number of positions as well.
Now, here's Caruso. He's got 8. Robinson a screen on Randall. George, no good.
With no D around, you expect him to knock down that midi.
McDaniels on the wing. Covered by Barnes. For 3, Edwards sinks the triple. Edwards got 27.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
George against Randall. Lock at 6. Thompson for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Now here's Edwards. 27 points for him. On the wing, Barnes. Back to Thompson. Robinson sets a screen for Thompson. And that one's good, Caruso.
Nice read by Thompson right there, you know, showing he's more than just a shooter with plays like this.
Here's Conley. No scoring in this one. Randall no good. McDaniels against George. Nobody near Barnes. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 4 assists in the game. Outside Edwards. Lets the 3 fly. A three-pointer is right on target. Edwards got 14 points here in the second half.
The competitive fire of Anthony Edwards, admirable, going right back at him.
Caruso with the ball. 11 points in the game. They grab their own miss. And it's Robinson with the jam.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does. He's been terrific offensively. You can bet they'll feed him down the stretch, that's for sure.
George with the ball. Picked up by Edwards. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
You know, he's got to take care of the ball much better than he has been. By himself, he's accounted for 4 turnovers. That's way too many.
So both teams changing it up here. Timberwolves have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Pass to DiVincenzo. Now Ingles, guarded by Green. Ingles passes to Shannon. On the wing, DiVincenzo. And the 3 ball is good. DiVincenzo's got 15 points.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Now, here's Dunn. It's hauled in by Edwards.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. That doesn't go, but he's 5 for 11. Pass to Williams. Outside Russell. There's the screen for the 3. The wing jumper off target. The Timberwolves have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. An NBA champion with the Bucks. Clark, what do you think about Donte DiVincenzo?
Boy, the guy's a winner. I mean, I think about his spectacular performance in the championship game back in 2018. And then he plays hard all the time. I mean, he's willing to do whatever it takes to help the team win. And his defense and three-point shooting bring great value to his team.
First free throw is good.
Boy, the upside DiVincenzo has is obvious. I mean, now it's up to him to continue working on his game and keep getting better.
And so DiVincenzo nails both of them.
Well, what you like about DiVincenzo, he brings that energy, that relentless energy all the time, and he's got a great feel for the game. Those are traits you want in your rotation.
Now, here's Dunn. Green with a screen on Edwards. Dunn outside. Over Edwards. Dunn misses.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
DiVincenzo passes to Edwards. Reed in the post. Working on Williams. Reed gets the bucket.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now, here's Green.
2 minutes.
Green with a screen on DiVincenzo. Here's Russell. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Russell's got his first basket of the night.
You know, I love seeing players use the middle of the court. It just opens up your options, and for a guy like Russell, it gives him a lot of freedom offensively.
Here is Edwards. 33 points for him, and it's off from three-point range. To the middle. Shot's good by Williams.
You know, when Williams gets positioned inside, he just looks to dominate physically, and then he shows you the skill set on top of it.
Now, here's Ingles. Ingles with the screen for Edwards. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Now Russell. Pass to Hauser. Here's Dunn. Back to Hauser. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Inside. And Edwards with the stuff.
Yeah, you know, once Edwards flips that switch, now he stays fully engaged. His offensive arsenal is on full display.
Russell passes to Hauser. Now, here's Dunn. Williams, a screen on Edwards. Outside, Green. Here's Hauser. Misses the three. Minnesota with the ball. They're on an 18-6 run. Out to Edwards. Pass to Reed. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Personal foul.
It's on Robert Williams. The Timberwolves may yet miss the free throw. 5 for 5.
Reed. 2 shots.
That free throw missing. And he sinks the second. The three from George. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Minnesota. Enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. Right back after this break. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this one?
Yeah, and as a two guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Barnes. Thompson is out there with Alex Caruso. Then it's Mitchell Robinson, and it's George in at the power forward. Now here's Caruso. Looking to end his cold spell. George, no good. The Timberwolves shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Miller, no luck.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
That one falls.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Caruso kicks to Robinson. Back to Caruso. Looking for George. He gets it there. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
That's just strength from Paul George. I mean, fighting through the contact, doing a good job of it there.
And just as players, Greg, have used technology to train, it sounds like officials are now doing the same thing.
Yeah, whether it's the training app on their phones or VR headsets, cameras tracking their positioning on the floor, and even where they're looking, we'll see how much of a difference all this tech makes. And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
Here's Reed. Buries the long-range jumper.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Back to George. From past the arc. No good. Shot missing.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
And the wide-open shot from DiVincenzo. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Pass to Robinson. Back to George. Beyond the arc. Rebound, Minnesota. Ingles has got his 4th rebound in this one.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Ingles with the screen for Dillingham. Shoots over Caruso. Dillingham, no good. Gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off. Oh, no, he may have gotten injured right there. He's in a lot of pain.
And that's the one thing you just really can't control or even guard against, and that's injury.
Yeah, you know, aside from some of the player protection rules, which have been of benefit, a lot of it just comes down to what the body can withstand.
Rudy Gobert is checked in for Naz Reid. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. DiVincenzo kicks to Ingles. Drills the three-pointer.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
Now here is Robinson. Pass to Thompson. It's up a 3. Ingles with the rebound. Ingles has got rebound number 5 here tonight. GA in recent seasons, we've seen the MVP debate get a little contentious.
I mean, every year there's about 3 or 4 guys who are deserving of the award. And the closer the race is, I think the more heated things tend to get. So especially since the criteria for the award is so subjective.
Here's Caruso following the 3 by Minnesota. The 3 from George. Drills it from outside.
He's been doing some real damage from range. 2 threes in the first half. Now 1 in the second.
DiVincenzo finds Miller. To the paint. Here's Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
Gobert plays as tough at the rim offensively as anybody in the league.
Thompson outside. Caruso sets the screen for Thompson. And the 3 off target.
Oof, rough game offensively. He's really struggled, and really probably why they're trailing.
And here is Ingles. Pass to Gobert. The 3 for DiVincenzo. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And what's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
Here's George, covered by Miller. George against Miller. George, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. Pass to DiVincenzo. And it's Miller in the corner. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Caruso, the pass to Barnes. Back to Caruso. And here is Barnes. Caruso sets the screen for Barnes. And nothing is falling for him right now. The Timberwolves have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And we'll go courtside to hear more about what's going on with Naz Reid. What have they told you there, Allie?
Hey guys, Minnesota's head athletic trainer gave me an update. He said it's a sprained wrist. Doesn't look like any torn ligaments, but considerable pain and swelling. An injury like this removes any hope of a return tonight, and it's serious enough issue to make you miss more than a few games. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks for that.
Yeah, you know, sometimes the hardest part about this situation is just not knowing. At least we have a bit more clarity now.
And the first one drops. And GA, you look at all these great European players. Some saying that youth development in the U.S. could emulate aspects of what they're doing overseas in their systems.
Well, it's already going in that direction. Youngsters able to, in essence, go pro from their early teens. But the academies they've set up over there, they are no doubt intriguing.
Clark, one suggestion I've heard for All-Star Weekend, a one-on-one competition.
Yeah, it's worth a shot. Anything that would perhaps enhance the competitiveness of All-Star Weekend, I think, would be helpful.
And he uses the glass on the layup. George has got 12 points now in the quarter.
He's been excellent in this period. Even though they're down, he's keeping them close.
Pass to Berenger. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. DiVincenzo can't hit it. In the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. George passes to Robinson. Barnes outside. Steps back and fires. George, no good. Caruso against DiVincenzo. Ingles with a screen on Caruso. Another miss by Minnesota.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Pass to George. No good that time. It's been all Timberwolves. Here's Beranger. Here's Wong. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Pass to Caruso. Now here's Barnes. There's a screen by Robinson. Caruso nailed from three-point land.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
DiVincenzo against Caruso. DiVincenzo passes to Wong. Ingles with a screen on Caruso. DiVincenzo can't hit it. Being a pretty sorry 29% for the floor here. Barnes outside. Back to George. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. With floor spacing so in demand league-wide, Clark, there are non-shooting big men on the chopping block, wouldn't you say?
I agree. I mean, for centers, you've got to have the awareness as far as cutting and moving off the ball and then using what they call circle action in the paint to create an angle for the pass and stay out of the way. Those are things that are part of the game now for the big guys.
DiVincenzo, and he drops it in from the low post. DiVincenzo's got 16 points here in the second half. In the fourth quarter, it's looked shabby, 38%. Pass to Robinson. And it's Robinson with the jam. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 21 rebounds.
And his eyes got wide once he got the ball inside. You just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
Here's Wong. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Off target from three-point range. Ingles against George.
2 minutes remaining.
Pass to Thompson. Robinson sets a screen for Thompson. Now here is George. Ingles covering. And it's George missing.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Caruso with the steal.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Timberwolves.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Anthony Edwards.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised. And that last three must have bothered George a little bit. He goes to the arc with a purpose and fires off his answer.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. Pass to Wong. 5 to shoot. Shannon, no good. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Thompson outside. And here is Barnes. Back to Thompson. Here's George. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Well, we've got a moment now. Let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie.
Dante, you won state titles in high school, 2 national titles at Villanova, and now a growing role in the NBA. What has been the secret to your success?
It's my ability to adapt. Different teams, different dynamics of different teams, and just my ability to adapt to that team.
As always, Allie, we appreciate it. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for Allie LaForce and my colleagues here at the table, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us. And we'll see you next time.